Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, and who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW.
Okay, so just relax. Don't even look at the camera. We'll just chat. Yeah, sorry. Were you talking about this aged care thing? What were you talking about?
There was a program on
It's on
TV,
60 Minutes, wasn't it? No,
Four Corners, and it just
no, that's because they just had the Aged Care Royal Commission.
Royal Commission, yeah, and it's just saying how bad.
But see, the problem is, they pay peanuts, they get monkeys there. Like those aged care, they're all a business. They're not really interested in you.
Well, there was one in Sydney in the paper, and you had to pay $1 million plus to get in.
Yeah.
And there were bed sores, a hole. This lady had a hole from in her back right down to her spine. Weren't fed properly. I mean, $1 million
Yeah.
plus over $1 million to get in.
Yeah.
And that's how they treat you.
Like garbage.
They treat you like garbage.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, the problem is the person who's looking after you is not the one who got the $1 million. They're on $15 an hour, $17 an hour.
Yeah.
They've got the cheapest people possible.
Yeah.
What do you expect?
Yeah.
You get what you pay for.
And so they cut wages, but why do they charge so much?
Well, because they make a profit out of it.
If they, if it's a funding thing, like right here, Sydney's expensive, right here. Well, why can't you have it out of Sydney? Like instead of having $1 million, say the properties, instead of being say $1 million, it might be $500,000. You got extra $500,000 for care. Because when
but what they say is that it's in a certain area, like that'll be North Sydney or something like that. You're close to your friends before where they are. You're not too far away.
Well, this other guy on that program said 40% of people in aged care do not even get one visit a year. 40% don't even get one visit a year.
I see. Shit, that's nasty.
From relatives. And obviously they got no money. They had a bit of money, there'd be people buzzing around like flies. But
is it that bad, you reckon, or not?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, first of all, I know when Granddad was in the nursing home, it's hard going there in the end. You go once or twice.
He was a bit of a depressing sort of guy. He kind of...
Well, but they're all like that.
He doesn't help make it better, does he?
But all those people, what are you going to be, jumping up and down saying, oh yeah, fantastic, I can't walk, I can't lift my hand, I can't go to the toilet, I can't pee myself. Oh, I'm really happy. Happy. You can't drink anymore, they don't give him vodka or scotch.
Well, the thing is, right, this is not the only country that's going like this. In Korea it's going this way, you know that?
Well, they
actually have, in Korea, right, they've had record advancement. They used to be very family orientated. They respect the elders.
Yeah.
Now they abandon them in shanty towns.
Mm.
They just dump them.
Well, I saw in India, there's a program on 60 Minutes many years ago where the husband died, so the kids transfer all their wealth to themselves and take the grandmother, to the rubbish tip and leave her there. And she has to forage for food. That's what they do there. I mean, hopefully that's an extreme case, an extreme situation, but...
Geez, that's pretty nasty, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it is.
It is very nasty, isn't it?
And they say the only people who get reasonable care, if you've got reasonably educated kids who can push and ask questions, what's happening, why is it happening, why isn't the doctor seeing them, whatever, so they get supposedly reasonable care. But I think it's a fate worse than hell. So
are you worried about this or not yourself? You are worried.
Well, my mother was lucky or unlucky. She died at home. She stayed at home, didn't want to go anywhere. Yes, she had problem with mobility. She had problems with a few other things. Doctor came once a week. I took her shopping once a fortnight. She didn't really want to associate with anybody anyway, but she was happy, and then she just died, and that was it. In a nursing home, at least at home, nobody's there to treat you badly. You know, you function, you go to the toilet, you go to the shower, you get up, you go to bed, you hopefully do some washing or something, and even you might be able to get somebody to help you with that. But in a nursing home, you completely, it's like a prison. You can't go anywhere. They tell you when to get up, when to go somewhere. Because in your own home, let's suppose you're not doing anything. Well, you can say, rightio, well, I got up at 9 o'clock, I have breakfast, or I won't think I'll have breakfast, I'll have breakfast at 2 o'clock. And then you keep, resting, and then you might say, oh, I think I'll watch TV at midnight or something. You can do whatever you like. But in a nursing home, it's regimented, and even food, they cook your food, they give it to you, you don't eat it.
But hang on a minute. That's the good nursing homes.
Yeah.
The bad nursing homes, they bring it in already cooked. It's so it's cold by the time it hits your bed. The eggs are like rubber. The food is atrocious. You saw those photos. This is the beans and...
Yeah. They sort of say, well, old people can't chew steak and whatever. But, well, maybe they can't, but you can still make reasonable food dishes. I know, like a relative of mine, he had dentures and he was eating steak at the steakhouse. I don't know how he did. He must have tough dentures, but
it depends what type of steak you have too. Steak doesn't. See, this is you think steak is tough. Steak's not supposed to be tough. That's why it's red.
Yeah.
You overcook steak. If it's red, it's soft to eat.
Yeah.
The different cuts.
Yeah.
If you're eating really...
But I've never seen Grandad have steak or anything good at the nursing home. It was always cheap.
But that's what they do. You understand?
Yeah.
Are you worried? So how old are you now? 72?
Yeah.
Or 71?
72.
72? Oh, you're 73 this year, aren't you?
Yeah. My good friend came yesterday to see me. Yeah. Dr. Doe. He's made Professor Emeritus.
Yeah.
Which I think means he can call himself professor even though he's not working.
Sure, he's retired professor.
Yeah, he was a professor.
This is at work he saw you.
Yeah.
How's he going? He's a nice guy.
Well, he's 6 years younger than me, and
oh, I see.
He's with a walking stick.
I see.
And because he's got heart problems and he's had colon cancer.
Holy shit.
So he's had operation for colon cancer.
Jesus.
And he's got his walking stick.
Holy shit.
And I felt really sorry for him. He's got a lot of money because the Superannuation Fund is very generous. He's worked at University of Queensland for many, many years and he's doing very well.
But see, money doesn't make much difference when you're like that. So he's, oh my God. So tell me this yourself, right? You're 73 this year. Time's going fast. You worried or not really?
Yeah, I'm worried. Well, no, I'm not, because I know that you'll be mowing the grass shortly. You'll be coming around mowing the grass and doing the hedging.
No, but it's not about doing the physical labour. If you've got money, you can pay people to do these things.
Yeah. No, it is. Well, am I worried? I'm not thinking about it at the moment because I'm mobile. I can do most things, and I've got assistants, and I pay people. But when you get sicker, it might be difficult. Yeah, it might be difficult.
Everything in this world is a disaster. You know this? You think about it, right? You're born.
Yeah.
Your parents beat the shit out of you because they had a hard life.
Yeah.
Right. You go to school. You went to Catholic schools. They raped the fuck out of you because they're perverted. Right.
Well, some
right?
yeah, some were
I'm
bad.
just saying.
They were tough, and some were bad.
Then you have a shitty job you don't like. You have bosses who hate your guts. Wife who doesn't really like you. Your second marriage wife who even likes you even less.
Yes, yeah.
And then you have kids that can't stand you. Right. Then you go to a nursing home. They loathe you. Right.
You think get me out of this world.
And then when you die, the funeral business, they treat you like garbage as well.
And then they start fighting over the money.
Did you see that? Did you see that the funeral businesses, when you die, like in Melbourne, they were driving them to Sydney because they got a kickback from that crematorium instead of using a Melbourne crematorium where there's no kickback. So they would fill a van full of bodies to drive at night. Everybody, they want to suck every dollar they can out of you, don't they, or not? Do you see that or not? From birth to grave, it's just a life of misery. And what do you expect in Australia? We're a bunch of convicts. We're the rubbish from England, right? Who came out originally to Australia? It's the rubbish from England, right or not? They were trash, weren't they? Who was from England? They were the convicts.
Yeah.
And then you had the Europeans came. Well, they were the shit of the shit, right? Look at your parents, right? They were all the good ones went to Canada. The garbage came to Australia.
No, but I think that the migrants, people going back into 1940 and 50, they didn't have education everywhere. In Australia, people...
But they were even lower than low here.
You finished grade 8 here, and you became a teacher. You know,
yeah, but I'm not defending it. I'm just saying to you, this is.
It's not just them. The parents.
But this is one of the leading countries in the world now. Australia is one of the leading countries in the world.
What's it leading? What, Olympic Games?
No, I mean it's a place to live. What's one of the top countries to live in?
Well, I'd say it's a good country to live in. It's got some bad parts to it. Like for instance, in countries like Germany, I believe, and England, even to a certain extent. There's a pension system which you get because of your contributions to the system over your working life.
Sure, they've got that here.
Here, we got nothing. You get nothing.
You got super.
But that's a very recent thing, and most people have not much super.
What are you talking about?
Superannuation. It's only 20 years ago. It's not.
No, 30. So, because I was one of the first to get in with super. Your problem is, you never put super in because you were self-employed. You didn't have to put money in.
I did. I was worked for the bank, and when you resigned, they gave you a super back, and you spent it. And then you went to the next place, and your merchant bank, and that you left, they gave you a super, here's your check, see you later. Now, you could have left it there, but nobody did, because why would you want to leave it there, and you don't know what the hell's going to happen to it? They gobbled it up or something. So, and then later, you couldn't take it out. It's only, it probably, when I was probably...
So, what are you
in my
complaining
40s.
about?
Huh?
What are you complaining about then?
Germany's
got a tax rate of 53% for most people. Do you want that?
Well, if you're not working, you don't know earning, it doesn't matter, does it?
I'm just saying to you, this has to come.
Well, I don't know what the tax rates are, but I know
not
Australia's not that flash. I mean...
well, hang on a minute. It's user pay. In America, the taxes are lower, but you've got no free hospital, no free schooling, no free nothing. Right?
Well...
I mean...
I know it's all different. Different countries do different things different ways.
Yeah.
But I don't think Australia's the perfect way.
No, it's not. Well, what is the perfect way then?
The perfect way is that they give me a lot of money, and I have a lot of money, a big house, everything, and you've got nothing. That's the perfect way.
Well,
and then you say, bugger you, Jack, I'm all right. You look, it depends on who you are. If you're a person that's,
You're sounding a bit miserable there. Is something wrong in your life?
No.
What's gone wrong?
What's
wrong? What's wrong?
I need another million. No, no.
What's wrong?
Friend of me, enemy. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Friend of me, enemy. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Friend of me, enemy. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Friend of me, enemy. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck.
Like, subscribe, and tell your friends, and don't be afraid to get a paid review. $50 for a paid review. It helps me stay full-time on YouTube, and I will see you in the next one. $50 paid review. I can't survive on Google Ads. I need your support. And guys, you could also sponsor me on Patreon. Patreon allows you to pay as little as $1 a month to keep me on YouTube. Hey guys, Archie Luxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the Pontiff goes. You know, some of my Pateks came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.